Okay, so what we're doing today is we are actually going to take notes on the coordinate plane. We've done some practice, had some problems with it, but we haven't actually taken notes. And so now we're just going to get that. Okay, so there's some things that you have to know. You have to know, just go black. This point right here, that is called the origin. That's where everything begins. And when you graph points, when you do different stuff, you always start from this point right here, okay? And then what happens is we have the x-axis. You see how it says x right here. We have the x-axis, which runs left and right, and then we have the y-axis that runs up and down. The x-axis is positive when you go to the right and negative when you go to the left, and the y-axis is positive when you go up and negative when you go down. The only other thing that you have to know, it's something called the quadrants. And so quadrants, look at that fancy pen, right? Quadrants are sections of the graph. And if you look, change colors, highlighting, I have 4 different sections. I have this section here, the section here, section here, and section here. Okay, the only thing you're ever going to have to do with quadrants is you're going to have to identify what quadrant it's in. And so we always start right up here, and this is quadrant 1. Okay, it's a Roman numeral I. It's quadrant 1. You can't see that, so I'm going to have to do it in black. Okay, it's just a 1. And then when you do this, the best way that I explain people to do it, it's like I write the letter C, and I go in that order. So then that means this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and then this is quadrant 4. So that's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And those are Roman numerals. Whether you've seen those or not, that's something you should be familiar with. So again, if you can't remember the direction, just think about it's like a big C, okay? Let me hold on a second. Let me erase that. All right. Okay, so in graphing points, you're always going to go right or left first. So you're going to start at the origin, and I'm either going to go to the right or I'm going to go to the left. If I go to the right, it is a positive number. If I go to the left, it's a negative number. From that point, you're going to go up or down. And positive numbers will go up, negative numbers will go down. An ordered pair is kind of the location of where you go. It's usually going to be written in X, comma, Y. And I know it's X because that's the first thing I do. And then remember, this is Y. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do some problems. So we need to graph these, and I'm going to graph 2 or 3 of them, and then I'm going to let you guys pause the video and you guys will find the others. Okay, so for this one, it's a 3, then a 2. So that means I'm going to go 3 to the right, and then it's a positive 2. I'm going to go up 2. And I'm just writing these for a couple examples so that you can make sure you understand what I'm saying. So here, I'm starting here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, 2. And that's the point I finish at. Now that's letter A, so I need to write a capital A next to it. And then I'm going to erase those other markings. Okay, so let's do another one. So this one, 4, so I'm going to go 4 right. And then you see how it's a negative 5? I'm going to go down 5. So I'm going to start at my origin, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's my coordinate. And that's coordinate B, so I write a letter B. All right, why don't you guys try C and D? And then when you think you have it, press play. Okay, so hopefully you tried C and D. For C, I should have went to the left 2 and then up 1. So I start here and I go to the left 2 and then up 1. And so that's coordinate C. And then for coordinate D, I should have went to the left 5 and down 2. So I go to the left 5 and then down 2. And that's coordinate D. Now the next two are ones that sometimes people get confused by because it has a 0. But remember, the first number tells you left or right. So right here, you see how there's a 0 there? That means I don't go left or right. I stay put. But then the 3 just tells me to go up 3. So I'm at my 0. I'm at the origin. It says 0, so I don't go left or right. I stay right here, and then I just go up 3. And that's letter, what is that? E. Okay. Okay, and why don't you guys try 6, 7, and 8? And when you think you have it, you could press play, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so, excuse me, welcome back. So for F, I do go to the left 2, but then I don't go up or down any. So I just go to the left 2. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to go to the right 5 and then up 4. So to the right 5 and up 4. That's G. And then H, I'm going to go to the left 2 and up 4. So the left 2, up 4. And that's H. Okay? So remember, you always start at your origin. You go left or right first, and then you go up or down. Okay? All right, let's go to the last type of problem you're going to have. The last type of problem is where you label what the coordinate is. So J, where's J? J's right here. Okay, I'm going to get a different color. So for J, I start at my origin, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I went up 2. So 5, 2. Oops, let's erase that. Okay. All right, let's do K. Here's K. So for K, I just go to the left 3. Another way you could do it, instead of doing these, because sometimes we get off and then we don't do as many as we're supposed to, I could just make tick marks. So I go 1, 2, 3. So I went to the left 3. And then I didn't have to go up or down, so it's -3, 0. Okay. All right, so I would like you to try the rest of those, and then when you think you have it, press play and I'll go over them. Okay, so for L, you should have went to the right 4 and then down 3. And so 4, -3. Okay. For M didn't go left or right any, it just went down. So no left or right, and then down 5. For N, it went to the left 1 and down 2. So left 1, down 2. Let's do our star one. P, where's P? P went to the right 1 and down 1. So to the right 1, down 1. And then Q, let's go back with our star. Q went to the left 4 and up 1. So left 4 and up 1. And then our last one, R, where's R? R's over here. Went to the right 2 and up 4. So 2, 4. Okay. So you have to remember always to start at the origin. You go left or right first, and then up and down. But you got to be able to graph points for being able to do this stuff. This is kind of a tricky thing that it's easy to get them mixed up. So you got to make sure that you're practicing and you understand the process.